Hi, welcome back to Ritzyventurez and welcome to episode 6 of my Kenya series. This episode is based on our first day of game drive at Masai Mara. So for Mara, we left Nairobi early in the morning. We had to cover a distance of around 225 kilometers, which took us around 4 hours. And en route to Mara, we stopped by at the Great Rift Valley. After reaching Mara, we first checked in at our accommodation, which is at Jambo Mara. And after a quick lunch at Jambo Mara, we stepped out for our first game drive at Masai Mara. Before entering the gates of Mara, the roof of the vehicle was opened up and it seemed quite a thrilling experience for me. So the entrance tickets to Masai Mara is $100 to $200 depending on which season you are traveling. For us, the game drive along with the entrance ticket was part of the package that we had taken from axisafricasafaris. The details in the description box. And thus begins our 3-day thrilling safari at Masai Mara National Reserve, with today being day 1. The word Mara means spotted in Masai or Ma language. Why spotted? That's because the short bushy trees that dot the landscape do give it a kind of a spotted look. It is interesting to know that Masai Mara was originally established as a wildlife sanctuary in 1961, and at that time it consisted of only 520 square kilometers. Later, the amount of land covered in the sanctuary expanded. In 1974, the area received National Reserve status. The Greater Masai Mara ecosystem is now 1510 square kilometers. Masai Mara is said to have the highest concentration of animals in East Africa, and it is said that more than 40% of Africa's larger mammals can be found here. By the way, that's our Land Cruiser which will be there with us today and for the next few days, and that's our tour guide Moses. In Masai Mara, we would be looking for the big five, which means lion, leopard, elephant, rhino, and African buffalo. So the term big five was coined by hunters back in the day to refer to the five most difficult animals to hunt on foot. Let's see which big fives we are able to spot today. The first animal that we spotted today is a wildebeest. Wildebeest is a member of the antelope family. Their head resembles that of an ox. They are herbivores. There are several races of wildebeest. The species that we find in the Serengeti Mara ecosystem is known as the western white-bearded wildebeest. During the Great Migration, which happens between July and October, these wildebeest in large numbers migrate from Tanzania's Serengeti to Kenya's Mara in search of green pastures. These pretty birds are grey-crowned cranes. You can find them in marshes, cultivated lands, and grassy flatlands. These are plain zebras. These type of zebras are slightly smaller than the gravy zebra, yet larger than the mountain zebras. The stripes of the plain zebras are broader than the other two type of zebras. Do you know that all zebras have excellent hearing and eyesight and can run up to a speed of 65 km per hour?
The lifespan is 25 years. You know, zebra is in the family of donkey and horse. That's why the baby of a zebra, we call it foal. They sleep for 7 hours. But during the day, they sleep when they're consoling each other with the head down. But in the night, they lie down.
And that's a herd of Cape buffaloes or African buffaloes, our first big five spotting of the day. Now, let me tell you some basic differences between African buffaloes and Asian water buffaloes. African buffaloes live in the savannas and grasslands, while Asian water buffaloes are found in wetlands, swamps, and near water bodies. African buffaloes have large curved horns that join at the base, forming something called a boss. African buffaloes are generally considered more aggressive and unpredictable and thus are considered the most dangerous among the big five. Asian water buffaloes, in comparison, are domesticated and thus used for farming purposes. And now we have our second big five spotting three lionesses in front of us who are so unbothered by the convoy of vehicles around them. Among the three lionesses, two are sleeping and one is awake. Let me zoom and show you. We have been waiting here for some time, and the lioness which was sitting started taking a straw. Look at its regal gait. It is indeed an awesome experience to see the lionesses in their natural habitat and at such close quarters. These are topi. Topi is an antelope found in the savannas, semi-deserts and floodplains of sub-Saharan Africa. They eat only grass. It was quite thrilling to see these two topis lock horns. These are impalas. These are another type of antelopes. These are southern ground hornbills. They are endemic to the sub-Saharan Africa. They are carnivores and hunt mostly on the ground. They live in the savanna habitats with large trees for nesting and short grass for foraging. Let's see what we spot next. There are two types of hyenas in Kenya, spotted hyena and striped hyena. This is the spotted hyena. The spotted hyenas are very territorial and usually take up 100 square kilometers per 12 hyenas. Spotted hyena is also known as laughing hyena in Masai Mara. They are known for their loud calls which can be heard 5 kilometers away. Interestingly, female hyenas are larger and more aggressive than the male hyenas. I can see a journey of giraffe there. Let's go closer to them. These are Masai giraffe found in eastern Africa. This species of giraffe is distinguishable from the other two varieties of giraffe by its noticeably dark coloration.
Here we have three types of giraffe. We have the Masai giraffe, which is the tallest, and then we have reduculated giraffe. Reduculated giraffe, that one you can see in northern part of Kenya. It looks beautiful than ours because those lines which are making patterns, they're pure white. And then we have the Rothschild. Rothschild you can see in Giraffe Center in Nairobi, or you can see in Nakuru National Park. That one, the legs are white. We normally say that is wearing white stockings. They have 7 vertebrates, like a human being. And if you look, the tank is grayish or black because of melanin.
And on the branch of the tree is the go away bird. called go away bird because of its alarm call. Let's see what else we spot today. That's an ostrich, world's largest bird. This is a male ostrich. Ostriches live in African savannas and open woodland. This is a secretary bird. It is called the secretary bird as his back crest feathers make it appear to be carrying quill pens behind his ears as secretaries once did. This is a terrestrial bird endemic to Africa. And we spotted a third big fight, elephants. African elephants are the world's largest land mammal. The males on average reach up to 3 meters in height and weigh up to 6 tons. Enjoying this beautiful sunset, we started our return journey, and that's the end of this episode. Do write to me if you have any query, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.